Scientists are finally studying what grandmothers already knew. For generations, a humble green plant growing quietly beside homes, gardens, and kitchen doors earned a reputation that few plants ever achieve. Long before pharmacies filled our cities and long before modern medicine transformed healthcare, families trusted this remarkable herb as part of their everyday lives. They reached for it when digestion felt uncomfortable. They added it to soups when someone in the family was feeling weak. They prepared it during seasonal illnesses. They used it in meals, teas, and traditional remedies passed down from one generation to the next. Many people dismissed these practices as simple folklore. Old traditions. Ancient habits that survived only because people refused to let them go. But today, scientists are asking a different question. What if there was a reason this plant remained so respected for so long? What if generations of grandmothers observed something worth paying attention to? The plant is known as scent leaf. And while science does not confirm every traditional claim made about it, researchers are discovering that this humble herb contains an impressive collection of natural compounds that may help explain why it became one of the most trusted medicinal plants in traditional wellness practices. What makes this story fascinating is that the people who first valued scent leaf did not have laboratories. They did not have microscopes. They did not understand antioxidants or plant chemistry. Yet somehow, they recognized that this plant deserved a permanent place near the kitchen door. And one of the most surprising discoveries scientists have made about scent leaf has nothing to do with what most people expect. We will get to that shortly. But first, let's begin with the benefit that likely made scent leaf famous in the first place. Digestive comfort. Before we continue, if you enjoy learning about natural remedies, medicinal plants, healthy aging, nutrition, and the science behind traditional wellness practices, take a moment to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Every week, we uncover fascinating health secrets hidden inside everyday foods, herbs, and ancient traditions. Now let's continue. Imagine finishing a large meal. Your stomach feels heavy. You feel bloated. Your energy seems to disappear. Your body feels sluggish. Most people have experienced this at some point. Digestive discomfort is not a modern problem. People struggled with it thousands of years ago just as they do today. Long before modern healthcare existed, families searched for foods and herbs that seemed to help support comfortable digestion. Over time, certain plants earned a reputation. Scent leaf was one of them. In many households, it was not treated as a rare medicinal herb. It was simply part of daily life. It appeared regularly in soups, stews, broths, and traditional dishes. People noticed that aromatic herbs often seemed to make meals feel lighter and more satisfying. Today, scientists understand that aromatic plants contain naturally occurring compounds capable of interacting with digestive processes. This does not mean every traditional belief has been scientifically confirmed. But it helps explain why scent leaf became closely associated with digestive wellness. Think about how much work your digestive system performs every day. Every meal must be broken down. Nutrients must be absorbed. Waste must be processed and eliminated. This process operates continuously throughout your life. When digestion works properly, most people never think about it. But when something feels wrong, it can affect almost every aspect of daily living. Energy levels begin to drop. Concentration becomes difficult. Mood can suffer. Even sleep quality may be affected. This may explain why traditional cultures placed such a high value on herbs connected to digestive comfort. What is particularly interesting is that the same compounds responsible for scent leaf's powerful aroma are among the compounds attracting scientific attention today. Crush a fresh scent leaf between your fingers and immediately a strong fragrance fills the air. Fresh. Peppery. Slightly spicy. Distinctive. That smell is not accidental. It comes from natural oils produced by the plant. Those oils evolved to help protect scent leaf from environmental challenges. Yet they are also what make the herb so fascinating to researchers. Inside those leaves exists a complex collection of naturally occurring plant compounds. Scientists continue studying these compounds because they may help explain why aromatic herbs have remained important across cultures for centuries. But digestion is only the beginning, because the next area of interest may be even more important. Inflammation. You have probably heard this word countless times. Health experts talk about it regularly. Researchers investigate it constantly. Nutrition specialists discuss it in relation to wellness and aging. But what exactly is inflammation? Many people assume inflammation is always harmful. The truth is far more complicated. Inflammation is actually one of the body's most important defense mechanisms. When you cut your finger, inflammation helps begin the healing process. When your immune system detects a threat, inflammation becomes part of the response. Without inflammation, healing would be impossible. The problem occurs when inflammation becomes excessive or remains active longer than necessary. Researchers have spent years investigating the role inflammation may play in long-term health. This is where scent leaf becomes especially interesting. The plant contains naturally occurring antioxidant compounds that continue attracting scientific attention. To understand why antioxidants matter, imagine leaving a piece of metal outside in the rain for years. Eventually it begins to rust. A similar process, though far more complex, can occur within living systems. Every day, your body produces molecules known as free radicals. These molecules are created naturally through metabolism, physical activity, environmental exposure, and countless biological processes. In normal amounts, free radicals are not necessarily harmful. The body has systems designed to manage them. However, when free radicals accumulate excessively, they may contribute to oxidative stress. Oxidative stress has become one of the most studied subjects in modern health science because researchers believe it may influence numerous aspects of aging and cellular health. This is one reason scientists remain interested in plants rich in antioxidant compounds. Antioxidants help neutralize free radicals and support the body's natural protective systems. Scent leaf contains several naturally occurring compounds that fall into this category. Now, this does not mean scent leaf can prevent disease or stop aging. No responsible scientist would make such a claim. But it does help explain why researchers continue studying plants that traditional cultures have valued for generations. What makes this story even more remarkable is that grandmothers did not know the term oxidative stress. They did not know the word antioxidant. They did not understand molecular biology. Yet they often favored foods and herbs that modern science now recognizes as containing beneficial plant compounds. Whether that was intuition, observation, or centuries of accumulated experience, it is difficult not to find it fascinating. Generation after generation, people observed patterns. Certain foods remained popular. Certain herbs continued appearing in kitchens. Certain plants became trusted companions in daily life. Scent leaf was one of them. And there is another reason scientists remain interested in antioxidant-rich plants: their potential connection to healthy aging. As people grow older, maintaining vitality becomes increasingly important. Energy levels, mobility, mental sharpness, cardiovascular wellness, immune function, all become priorities. Researchers around the world continue searching for ways to support healthy aging through nutrition and lifestyle. Again and again, they return to a familiar recommendation: eat more plant foods. Consume a variety of herbs, vegetables, fruits, and nutrient-rich ingredients. Scent leaf naturally fits within that conversation. Not because it is a miracle plant, but because it represents the type of traditional food that has supported healthy dietary patterns for generations. And what scientists discovered when they looked beyond digestion and antioxidants may be even more surprising. Because one of the most intriguing areas of scent leaf research involves a system inside your body that works around the clock, every second of every day. Your immune system. Right now, even as you sit and listen, your body is constantly working to protect you. Millions of immune cells are scanning for potential threats. They are identifying unfamiliar invaders, responding to stress, and maintaining balance inside your body. Most people only think about the immune system when they become sick. But in reality, it is active every second of every day. Without pause. Without rest. Without recognition. This is one reason traditional cultures place so much value on foods and herbs associated with general wellness and seasonal health support. Not because they understood immune cells or biological pathways, but because they understood something simple and practical. Certain foods and plants seem to help people feel stronger during times of discomfort. Scent leaf was one of those plants. Now it is important to be very clear here. No herb can guarantee protection from illness. No plant can replace medical treatment. And no traditional remedy should be seen as a substitute for professional healthcare. However, scientists study plants like scent leaf because they contain naturally occurring compounds that may interact with biological systems in interesting ways. Many of these compounds evolved as part of the plant's own survival strategy. Plants cannot escape danger. They cannot run from insects. They cannot avoid environmental stress. Instead, they rely on chemistry. Over millions of years, scent leaf developed natural compounds that help it defend itself in nature. Those same compounds are now being examined in laboratories to better understand how they behave in the human body. And this brings us to another area where scent leaf has long been used in traditional practices. Seasonal wellness. Think about times when the weather changes. When cold seasons arrive. When people begin to experience coughs, congestion, or general discomfort. Across many cultures, this is when warm herbal preparations become especially popular. Not because they are magic solutions, but because they provide comfort. Warm liquids, hydration, aromatic steam, and a sense of care during uncomfortable periods. Scent leaf has often been included in these preparations. Its strong aroma alone creates a feeling of freshness that many people associate with relief. Modern researchers continue to study aromatic plant compounds to better understand how they interact with the body, especially in relation to comfort and well-being. While much is still being researched, this ongoing interest helps explain why herbs like scent leaf remain relevant in both traditional and modern discussions. But there is another area that is gaining even more attention in recent years. Gut health. Scientists now often refer to the digestive system as a second brain. Not because it thinks like the brain in your head, but because it communicates constantly with the nervous system and plays a role in many aspects of overall health. Inside your digestive system lives a vast community of microorganisms. This community is called the gut microbiome. It contains trillions of bacteria that help break down food, support digestion, and contribute to overall balance in the body. Researchers are discovering that the gut microbiome influences far more than digestion alone. It is connected to metabolism, immune function, and even aspects of mood and well-being. This is why nutrition has become such an important field of study in modern health science. It is not just about calories anymore. It is about how food interacts with the internal environment of the body. Plant-rich diets are especially important in this conversation because they provide a wide range of natural compounds that support dietary diversity. And dietary diversity is one of the key features consistently associated with healthier eating patterns worldwide. Scent leaf fits naturally into this idea. Not as a cure. Not as a treatment. But as part of a broader tradition of plant-based nutrition that has existed for centuries. What makes this particularly interesting is that traditional cultures developed these habits without modern scientific tools. They relied on observation, experience, and shared knowledge passed through generations. Yet modern research is now beginning to uncover explanations that help us understand why these habits may have been beneficial within a balanced lifestyle. And now we arrive at one of the most widely discussed topics related to traditional herbs. Blood sugar and metabolic health. This subject attracts attention worldwide because metabolic health plays a major role in overall wellness. Your body constantly works to regulate blood sugar levels. Every cell in your body depends on energy. And maintaining balance in this system is essential for long-term health. Researchers continue studying how different foods and plant compounds may interact with glucose metabolism. They examine dietary patterns, lifestyle habits, and biological pathways involved in energy regulation. Scent leaf appears in some of this research because of its long history in traditional wellness practices. However, it is essential to approach this carefully. Scientific research does not mean proven medical effect. It means investigation is ongoing. And while early studies may be interesting, they are not medical advice. The safest and most responsible approach is to view scent leaf as part of a healthy lifestyle, not a replacement for medical treatment. And speaking of lifestyle, there is another benefit that is often misunderstood. Weight management. Let us be very clear. There is no herb that causes weight loss on its own. No plant can replace proper nutrition or physical activity. Anyone suggesting otherwise is not providing accurate information. However, herbs can play a supportive role in healthy eating habits. Flavorful herbs make meals more enjoyable. They encourage home cooking. They increase dietary variety. And they can help people maintain more balanced eating patterns over time. Scent leaf has traditionally been used in cooking for exactly this reason. Not as a diet product, but as a natural ingredient that enhances meals. And in the long run, small habits like these can contribute to healthier lifestyles. Now we reach one of the most important organs in the body. The heart. Your heart beats approximately 100,000 times every single day. Without stopping. Without rest. Without pause. It pumps blood through a vast network of vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to every part of your body. Supporting cardiovascular health is one of the key pillars of healthy aging. Researchers consistently emphasize the importance of lifestyle choices such as regular physical activity, balanced nutrition, stress management, and quality sleep. When studying populations around the world, scientists often find that diets rich in plant foods are associated with various health benefits. Not because any single plant is responsible, but because overall dietary patterns matter. Scent leaf fits into this broader pattern as part of traditional plant-based diets. And perhaps the most important idea here is that health is cumulative. Small choices repeated over time matter more than any single action. What you eat today, how you move, how you sleep, how you manage stress. All of these choices accumulate across years. And that brings us to the final area of this story. Healthy aging. Because beyond digestion, immunity, metabolism, and cardiovascular wellness, there is a bigger question. How do we age well? Not just longer life, but better quality of life. Maintaining independence. Maintaining strength. Maintaining mental clarity. Researchers studying aging consistently highlight several key factors. Nutrition, physical activity, social connection, sleep, and stress management. Plant-rich diets often appear in these discussions because they provide a wide range of naturally occurring compounds that support overall health. Scent leaf is part of that conversation. Not as a miracle solution, but as one small piece of a much larger lifestyle pattern that has supported human health for generations. And perhaps this is where the true lesson of scent leaf lies. Not in one specific benefit, but in the way it connects tradition, observation, and modern science. For generations, people used it because it was familiar, because it was available, because it became part of their daily lives, and because it seemed to help them feel better in ways they could not always explain. Today, science is still trying to understand those observations more deeply. And every new study adds another piece to the puzzle. But even with all our modern technology, one truth remains. Nature still holds many secrets. And sometimes, the most powerful insights come from the most ordinary places. So the next time you see scent leaf growing near a home or garden, take a moment to appreciate it. Not as a miracle cure. Not as a guaranteed treatment. But as a plant with a long history of human observation and scientific curiosity. a plant that continues to bridge the gap between tradition and modern research. And a reminder that health is built slowly, through daily habits, consistent choices, and a lifestyle that supports the body over time. If you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos on natural remedies, medicinal plants, healthy aging, nutrition, and the science behind traditional wellness practices. We would also love to hear from you. Have you ever used scent leaf in your home? Was it part of your family traditions? Share your experience in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy. Stay informed. Stay curious. And we will see you in the next video.